Look at that. I think we're going. All right, we're recording. So you guys are held accountable for your answers now. All right. Next question. Rocky Gray from Living Sacrifice and Soul Embrace played drums for which popular rock band? They got a guess on that one? Evanescence. Oh, Nathan, was that going to be your guess?
Yeah, but it would have been completely a guess. I didn't know that.
Okay. Their Evanescence song Tourniquet is actually a cover of the Soul Embrace song by Tourniquet, which I did not learn until recently. So that was cool. I learned it after I made this question. I was like, oh, now wait a minute. See the connection now. All right. Then I'll do this next question, then I'll give you guys an update on scores. So, what is Ronnie Martin's current job? He's pretty... Nathan?
I think he's a pastor.
That is correct. I was very back and forth on this question because I didn't want to make it seem like I was like creeping on him. But he's pretty forward about it on social media. So I was like, I don't want to be like putting that on there and make it seem like I'm a weird guy that's like stalking him. All right, so I'll give you guys an update on the scores here. Landon, you have 5.5 points. Kevin, you have 6.5 points. Nathan, you have 15 points. Small Sap Record, you got 1 point, but you're wearing it well. You knew that question. AJ, you've got 9 points, and Leith has 4. All right. On to number 51. We're on. What solid state band featured Chino from the Deftones on one of their songs? AJ?
That is Norma Jean.
That is correct. What's the name of the song?
That I do not know.
You still get the point. It's Surrender Your Sons from the Anti-Mother. All right. Before Amberlin was signed to Tooth and Nail, they released 2 albums through Rescue Records under a different name. What were they called? Nathan?
Are you asking what the name of that band was, or the 2
Yes.
records?
Yeah, the name of the band, sorry.
Was it like it's like I don't know how you say it, but it's like Sago 24/7?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it either, but that is correct.
Yeah.
I think you know more than you were giving yourself credit there for. All right. This 2006 Tooth and Nail release had 2 of its songs switched on the packaging of its CD released. What album would that be? Nathan?
May?
Nope, that is not correct. Nobody got a guess? I guess I shouldn't have put showbread questions on here because they're stumping everybody. It was their album Age of Reptiles. When they put the album on vinyl for Furnace Fest, they were so happy to finally get that fixed. And I just saw your message there, Leaf. Had a great time. Glad that you could be on here. Enjoy the show. All right. Man, the stupid AI thing, it needs to stop popping up. It's messing me up, and I do not know how to make it stop from popping up. All right. On to the next question. We've got Chris, I can never say his last name, Caraba, did backing vocals on which Tooth and Nail re-release? Landon?
It was 238's album, Regulate the Chemicals.
That is correct. All right. What Tooth and Nail band went to write a lot of music for the cartoon Lego Ninjago? Small Step?
The Fold.
That is correct. Yeah, very interesting piece of trivia there. But now you can say, hey, I know a Tooth and Nail band that wrote stuff for a Lego TV show. All right. J.R. Bareilles joined Love and Death when auditioning for what Tooth and Nail band via YouTube? Anybody got a clue on that one? Does anybody here know Love and Death? No.
Isn't that the band that Brian had Welch?
That is correct, yes.
Yes.
Yep. He was auditioning for 1,000 Foot Crunch. Right. That is, Love and Death is actually the band that really got me into heavier music. So they have a soft spot in my heart. All right. John Van Dusen, who is a recent artist, released a 4-part album series titled I Am Origami. What are the names of the 4 parts? And I will give 1 point for each one. So Nathan?
I was just gonna say like summer, winter, fall, and summer.
That is
Or
not
summer,
correct.
Spring, winter, and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not correct. Anybody else have a guess on this one? No. I was hoping to get a wider audience of old school, new school people right in the middle. So I plan on some more new school questions like this. And I'm not trying to call anybody old here either. The Universal Sigh, Every Power Wide Awake, A Catacomb Hymn, and Marathon Days. Yeah, not even close there, Nathan. All right. A member from what Tooth and Nail alumni was on the HGTV show Fixer Upper? Nathan?
Wasn't it Mike from MXPX?
That is correct. I feel bad. You had your hand up there, Small Step. You were just like second too late. All right. Next question here we've got. Sydney from Morello's Force did guest vocals on which Joe Christmas song? Nathan?
Is it called I Was Wrong?
You're really close on that title. Anybody else have a guess? I ruined it.
Yeah.
You're really close.
Yeah.
I won't give any points for that one. Idle Threat just finished recording their second full length album with a member of what solid state band? No guesses? Nathan?
Phineas.
That is incorrect. Good guess. Haste the Day with Stephen Keach. Oh, sorry, AJ. Your hand was up. Was that going to be your guess?
No, it's all good.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that. Yep. All right. David Bazan and Damian Jardo had a band feature on I'm Your Biggest Fan Volume 1. What was the name of that band? Kevin?
Is that Coolidge?
That is correct. Great song on that compilation as well. Right. What 2 Tooth and Nail and Solid State bands? I'm reading that in the wrong order. Let me try this again. Which 2 bands have released 3 albums on the same day, 2 of which being through Tooth and Nail and Solid State? If you follow Church Jams Now, their podcast, this is where I pulled this question from. No guesses. Anybody want to throw out any 2 random? I'll give you a hint. It's 2000s bands, metalcore, and I guess the one band had their start in the late 90s on BEC. A good guess. Good hint. Nobody got anything for that one? I see your brain's racking there, Kevin. It's Project 86 and August Burns Red. They have done it multiple times, even when they weren't on Solid State and Tooth and Nail one time. So kind of impressive that they've somehow done that. All right. How many Tooth and Nail, Solid State, and BCRs have been nominated for a Grammy while on the label? And I will admit I did pull this off Wikipedia, so maybe this is wrong. And you can just guess a random number if you're really feeling up to it. Landon?
4.
Close, but not correct. Anybody else want to throw one out? AJ?
3.
That is not correct. Kevin?
5.
You're even closer. It is 6. Norma Jean, Fair, Under Oath, The Fold, Hawk Nelson, and Jeremy Camp. I knew that one would be a little bit of a difficult question because I'll tell you, I would not have gotten that right had I not been the one putting together the trivia. Almanzo was featured on Artcore Volume 1, Happy Christmas Volume 1 compilations. Who is the singer for that band? Nathan?
Is it Brandon Ebel?
That is correct.
That explains a lot because I have the Artcore Volume 1, and he's really cheeky about who it is that's singing that. I didn't realize that was actually him.
Yep. I believe the instrumental was done by Starflyer and maybe guys from a couple other bands. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they sent it and Brandon did vocals on it.
That's so funny. I never knew that. That was why it was like that. Okay.
And I don't remember who guessed Brandon for the Neon Horse question, but I kind of had to chuckle to myself. I was like, he is part of another band, technically. All right. When training for Utopia United for Furnace Fest, Don Clark's son played guitar for them. What is his name? His son. Anybody want to guess a random name? Nope. Landon?
Don Clark Jr.
Good guess. That's not correct. It is Cash Clark. I had a feeling nobody was going to get that one, even when I was putting the question in. I was like, I got to throw one of those in there. Who wrote a song about Marvel superheroes before it was mainstream? This would have been a Tooth and Nail artist. Landon?
Plank Eye?
Nope. That is a good guess, but it is not Plank Eye. Nobody else has want to throw out a band? Furthermore, with their song Melted Vinyl, or hip hop. Very interesting sound for Tooth and Nail, especially at the time. All right, got another Everdown question for you guys. What were Everdown's 2 names prior to being called Everdown? They recently re-released the EP under the one band name. No guesses? Dry Bones and Crawl Space. I see you were thinking that there, Nathan, weren't you?
I knew Crawl Space. I didn't know Dry Bones.
Dry Bones, yep. All right. I'll do a couple more questions, guys, here at a number 7. I'll do another highlight of everybody's points. So we got 3 more questions. I'll be doing that. So this is a new school Tooth and Nail question. Kevin Kline, who has done a solo album and is also in Valley Heart, was a part of what metalcore band prior to Valley Heart? No guesses? AJ?
I'm going to throw out Phineas as a guess again.
That is not correct.
Right.
You're really thinking there, Small Step. Oh.
Well, now I'm getting mixed up. I would say The Wedding, but that's not metalcore. But
No.
isn't that Kevin Kline from The Wedding? There's maybe a different one. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a Kevin in that band, but I can't remember what his name is. Maybe it's different Kevin Klein. Somebody else put their hand up. I accidentally cleared it there for a second on accident. Might have been you. Nobody. Okay. Exiting the Fall. All right. Hey, if anything, you guys are leaving here with more information about Tooth and Nail that you ever needed to have. That's like, I can't remember certain things on my work day, but man, I can cite back all these stupid album things that I don't ever need to know. Members of And Then There Were None went on to form what pop group on Fugitive Records? No guesses? Anybody know the Fugitive Records catalog at all? No. Young London. Yeah. And Then There Was None wasn't even a very popular band on Tooth and Nail. And I have seen every time I share like a question on the page, it's like, what's your favorite underrated band? That band always comes up. Everybody talks. I can always get like 3 or 4 people that share that. And I'm like, cool, I guess better to you. Few people that have a small fan base, I guess. Trevor of Thousand Foot Crutch originally wrote their song Anyone Else for what artist? Would have been a more popular artist. Nathan?
Oh, I was gonna guess FM Static, but
No,
you
that
said it's for
that is a very good guess, but no, it's for a more popular band around the time. Anybody have a guess on that one? Nope. Daltrey. Right. Indie Vision Music put together which compilation for Tooth and Nail? Landon?
I'm your biggest fan.
Do you know which volume it was?
Volume 2.
That is correct. That is correct.
I just happen to have that one.
There you go. All right.
There wasn't both of them.
Yep. Who played bass on the Splinter Shards by Zayo? Their first album. Well, their first album, Tooth and Nail in Solid State. AJ?
Was it not Mick Cox?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is Mick Cox. Yep.
It was just worded like it was somebody other than somebody in the band. So
You know, I was reading that and I was like, oh, maybe I should have worded that differently. Right. How many Tooth and Nail Solid State and BC releases have been RIAA certified as gold? And I will take a random number. Nathan?
Yeah, totally random. I'm gonna say 11.
That is not correct. Kevin?
16.
That is not correct. Landon?
23.
That is not correct. You guys are way overshooting it. You may just give it, or anybody else want to throw out a guess? Okay. AJ?
5.
You're close. Right. It is 8. And I was not writing out all the album names. That was too much work. I've done enough work for this as is. All right. Now, hopefully this next one is not a stumper again, because it is a Showbread question. Who did Showbread feature on their song The Journey from Nervosa? Nathan?
Jeff Suffering.
That is not correct. That is a good guess because he actually did a song with them at Furnace Fest, I believe, or vice versa. I think Josh was with them at Furnace Fest. Anybody else want to throw out a guess? AJ?
This is a guess, but I know that they've collaborated with Reese Roper before. So
They have, but that is not this song. Good guess. Very good guess. All right. Soul Go Activator of Family Force 5. I see some very puzzled looks on across the faces here.
Yeah, is it bad if I don't know what any of those words mean?
I'm just speaking another language right now. See, this is like prime for me. This is where I was growing up, right around all these bands in the 2000s. So I know all these little bits of information. All right, we go more new school with this one. What Solid State album uses a song or features a song that uses lyrics forward and backward like a palindrome? No guesses? Landon, you were really thinking there for a minute. Nothing? Everything Was Sound is the album by Silent Planet and the song Redivider. It's a very cool. I used to be really big into this band, and this song was like my nerdy thing. I could nerd out because the word Redivider is spelled forward and backwards. It is the middle of the song is the middle point of the album, and the lyrics halfway through the song stop and they go backwards. So really cool. Shows a very cool writing style. Somebody with some big brain put that together. All right. This is Solid State Volume 3 features which but almost Solid State band? Nathan?
Hope's Fall?
Good guess, but that is not correct. AJ?
Spitfire?
They were actually all in Solid State. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Good guess, though. Anybody else have one? I'll give you a second, Landon. You really look like you're thinking hard on that one. Narcissus. They would have been on Take Hold, and they almost acquired them through that. Fun fact, I live about 30 minutes from where Narcissus is from. So that's my little upbeat. I feel good about myself. Reliant K and Inhale Exhale are also from that area. All right. Next question. What current Tooth and Nail artist has done a TED Talk before? Anyone want to throw out a guess on that one? Landon?
Dang it. I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember his name. I don't know his music that well, but I've seen the TED Talk linked on YouTube before. I can't his name's I can't think of it.
Can everybody agree? Is it fair if I give him like the first letter of his name? Cool with that? Starts with a T. Can't get it? Tyson Matzenbacher.
I knew it, and I just couldn't think of the name. I couldn't remember his name.
Yep. It's weird to think that Tooth and Nail artist did a TED Talk as well. I think he talked a bit about his one album or something like that. All right. We got next. May's 2018 album, Multisensory Aesthetic Experience, was inspired by their VR experience performance, which is not spelled correctly, at what historic location? Nathan?
Ryman Auditorium.
That is not correct. Anybody else want to throw one out? All right. The Tower of David in Jerusalem. Yeah. Definitely obscure location. And I just remembered, I think I totally forgot to give you guys an update of where we are on points. I'm into this and was getting lost. We are at Landon has 7.5 points. Kevin has, I need to like rewrite this because half points throw me off. 6.5 points. Nathan, you are at 18 points. Small Step, you've got 2. And AJ, you are at 11. All right. So on to the next question. What solid state metalcore album is based on the psychology theory of spiral dynamics? This would be a more recent, last 10, 15 years album. I will give you a hint that this album is actually one of the prizes. Small Step. You're muted there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Forevermore, Integral by Forevermore.
That is correct.
Oh,
That is correct. Yep. All right. So that was a good guess. Right. From Integral by Forevermore. What band reused lyrics from Warning by Black Sabbath? This would have been the album came out in 95. AJ?
I don't know for sure, but it seems like something they would do. Stavesaker? Or is that too early? That's too early, isn't it?
No, that would be too early for Stavesaker.
Yeah.
That is a good guess, though. That would definitely be something Stavesaker would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Landon?
Focused.
That is incorrect. Unless I have the date wrong. Maybe it's 96. Let me check. Either way, it's right around that time. Nathan?
I don't know why this makes sense to me. Javelina Rail Company.
That is a good guess. I could see that. But that is incorrect. Maybe it was 95. I don't know. Spotify's never usually right. Let me pull it up. So anybody else have a guess on that one? The Joe Christmas on Green Tea and Fading Mist. No, North to the Future. All right. We are at question 81, so we've got about 10 questions left, so everybody knows. All right. The 2005 movie Be Cool features a poster featuring what tooth and nail bands? Name as many as possible. It's in the background. I see it posted in the tooth and nail groups every now and then on Facebook. It is for a tooth and nail tour that was going on at the time. Nathan?
I feel like this is like Amberlin, Further Seems Forever, Me Without You.
You have 3 of the bands. Can you name the last one?
Oh, wow. I feel like I can see the font in my mind. So maybe whatever meme you're talking about. Who else in that time frame? I don't know the fourth one.
I will still give you a point for that. Anne-Marie will be the last one you're looking for. Yep, I will give you a point for that one because I'm very impressed. You got that many of them there. That was good job. All right. Half of the Solid State band was kicked out of the U.S. when coming over for their first U.S. tour. Which band was it? So it would have been a 90s. Nathan?
Is it X-Toll?
Good guess, but that is not correct. Kevin?
Is it Blindside?
Incorrect. AJ?
Langso?
Nope, that is not it. Small Step, I saw you had your hand up there.
No, I was gonna say Blindside.
I'm gonna say Blindside. Anybody else guess a non-American Solid State band from that time? No guesses? Would be Self-Minded. Yep. Their first ever tour. I can't remember. Somebody at Tooth and Nail talked about on the Label podcast at one point. All right. So this next one is technically a trick question. So we'll see if you guys get it. I'll probably accept a different answer depending on what you guys give me. In the 2005 compilation, What the Kids Want, what band was advertised to be releasing the album People Like People? Landon?
Watashi wa?
That is my technically correct. And I'll give you the point for that. but they were trying to go by Eager Seas at that time. So, AJ, did you have your hand up there? Were you gonna say that?
I was just gonna say it was Eager Seas,
Eager
but
Seas,
that's
yep. Yeah, the album was, I can't remember the name of the album now. Well, it was going to be called that, and Chad Johnson said, "Yeah, this album's too weird. I can't market it. You got to put it back under the Watashi Wa name. That's going to be my only way to market it." So that is there's some more fun facts for you. All right. What currently popular country artist stopped to see Under Oath at Furnace Fest 21? Brandon talked about this on a Labeled podcast episode. Anybody know any current country artists? Landon? Nothing? No? Take that hand raise back. Russell Dickerson would be the answer. I had no clue who he was either. So what was Terminal's original name before they were signed to Tooth and Nail? Anybody got a guess on that one? No? The letter 12. It's a pretty good band name. I kind of like it more than Terminal, just a little bit. All right. What was FM Static's original name? They were under this name on a Tooth and Nail comp before they put out their first album. I kind of want to hear somebody's wild guess. AJ?
Pop Punk 1,000 Foot Crutch.
There you go. That is a great guess. Sadly, that is not it. Anybody else want to throw something out there? Nothing? Fear of Flying. They're on the We're Younger, We're Faster, Moms Like Us Too comp with their song Crazy Mary. But Crazy Mary was spelled wrong. It had 2 R's. Fun fact on that. When/why did Dustin Holt leave Polar? For life of me, I can't remember the singer's name now. Mike Lewis. He talked about this on the Rumors Are True podcast. Nathan?
Is it he found out they were on a Christian label?
That is incorrect. That is a good guess. It's kind of, I didn't know how to word this right. I'll say something happened and then that he left. Anybody got anything? No? He was right after he got paid for making What's Mine at Twilight. He got paid and then they never seen him again. Still have not talked to him to this day. Got his money and left. So, because they were recording the album all themselves, like at Mike Lewis's home studio. So, got his money.
That was the album they recorded in his home studio was the one before the 1997 album. I think it was that one, not What's Mine at Twilight. Because that one was just Jeff Riley and.
Yeah, that might have been right.
What's that second?
Closer
one?
Than You Think.
Yeah, Closer Than You Think. That
that might be correct. A lot of times when I'm listening to the podcast and I was getting notes, I jot them down on my phone. There's a good chance I got a lot of those notes jotted down wrong while I was working quick. I work with machines, so you only have a few seconds every now and then to jot something down.
Yeah, I listened to that episode too, but I couldn't remember the reason. But after you said that, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yep. All right, this one also comes from Rumors Are True. Dead Poetic, known as DED Poetic, was signed as what genre? AJ?
They were a rapcore band.
That is correct. And what they delivered from there on out did not meet rapcore at all. All right. So I've got 2 more questions and then a big one at the end here. Or sorry. Yeah, that's right. 2 more questions and I got a big one at the end. That'll be a comeback question maybe. So, all right. What Tooth and Nail alumni was the second band to ever go public on the New York Rock Exchange? This would have been a 2000s band. Anybody want to throw a guess out there? Then a emo. AJ?
And Berlin.
Good guess. That is not it. Anybody else got one they want to throw out there? It's not Emery either, because I know that one might be coming up as one of them. Nothing. The Classic Crime. All right. You've got. What was the name of Cell Paradise's 7-inch they were supposed to release through Tooth and Nail? They ended up releasing it as a cassette at some of their shows, but was never officially released through the label. Nathan?
This is just one of the songs of it, Scatter.
That is one of the songs that is not
But that's
the
not
name,
the name
though.
of the
Nope.
That's not the single. Yeah, I don't know.
If nobody else gets it, I will give you the half point for knowing one of the songs on it. Nobody's got it. Trailer Park West. There you go. I will give you the half point, Nathan. You knew one of the songs. That's definitely a very obscure title. All right. So I got a big question as our last one. So let me adjust this here. Okay. I'm going to give 1 point for every album you can name that Aaron Sprinkle produced for Tooth and Nail and Solid State, not outside of that. So name as many as you can, and then I will give points based on that. You'll have to go slow because I got to check them off my list to make sure there's no overlaps. So Nathan, you can go first and name as many as possible.
I'm going to say Blenderhead's prime candidate for Burnout.
Let's see. That is incorrect. He did not do Prime Candidate.
Interesting. Okay.
And any other guesses?
Oh, can I guess more?
Yeah, you can guess as many, then I'll go to the next person from there.
okay.
Yep,
And,
yep, that's what we'll do.
Yeah, okay. MXPX Poking at ya.
Yep.
Gosh. Poor Old Lose the Waiting Room.
That is on there. Yep.
I don't know any of the other record names. I feel like I know bands, but I don't think I know any of those other record names.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
Starflyer 59 Old.
Yes, that is on there.
There you go. Okay, that's it. I don't know.
That's
anymore.
all you got.
Yeah.
I think Landon had his hand up next. You got any,
You
Landon?
knew what I knew, so I don't have anything new to
Okay.
add.
AJ, did you have your hand up?
I did for a second, but
Okay.
then Poconacha was said, so I'm
That was
out.
your one.
Yeah.
All right, then Small Step, it's all you.
Oh man. Let's see. There Came a Lion, Ivory Line.
No, that was not on there. That's a very good guess.
A Fire So Big the Heavens Can See It by Search the City.
No, that is not on there.
Eh.
I'll give you a hint that you were close with Ivory Line. Because he did. Can you give me the name of their other album? I'm giving you this hint since you've only got 3 points.
That's the one with the tree.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't got it.
You can't name it?
There Came a Lion. No, it's not in there.
Okay. You got any other guesses?
No.
No? Okay. And Kevin, you're up.
Oh gosh, yeah. Most of the ones I knew were already said. Did he do? I was thinking he did some of the Demon Hunter. His brother played drums there. Did he?
He
do,
did
but I
do
can't,
some of the
no,
Demon Hunters. Can you name any of them?
The only, gosh, no, I never really listened to Demon. I can't think of. Didn't they have an album called Triptych or something like that?
Yes.
Was that one?
That is one. I'll give you a point
All
for
right.
that one.
All right, I'm gonna cut my losses and say that's all I got.
Okay. All right, AJ.
I know that there's a Demon Hunter album called Summer of Darkness.
He did do that one.
Okay. Did he do Cities by Anne Boleyn?
He did.
Okay. That honestly might be all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Anybody else think of any more? You can shout them out if you got them.
What about Phantoms by Acceptance?
He did do that one, but not a Tooth and Nail album.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yep. He did do that one. Anybody else got anything they want to throw out there as a guess?
Did he do Training for Utopia, Throwing a Wrench into the American Music Machine?
He did not.
Emery and Shallow Seas?
Yes, that is one of them. Good guess.
Did he do the Everglow with May?
He did not, but that is a good guess. Intent, he did a May album.
Is it Destination Beautiful?
Close.
Oh, is it the B-sides one? Destination B-sides?
Yes, he did Destination
Yeah.
B-sides.
Did he do Blenderhead's second album, Muchacho Vivo?
He did not, and I will say that I did pull this information off of Wikipedia, so maybe there are some albums missing, and I feel bad I'm not giving points for that. But
I no, that's mostly a guess, but
okay.
yeah, so no.
I will say there are some more Demon Hunter albums if anybody knows them.
Is there a self-titled Demon Hunter album?
There is. You know what? I'll give you the point for that.
Nice.
I'll
That
give you the
confidence
point
is
for
awesome.
I will give you the point for that.
I feel like, did he do like an Under Oath album?
Let me see here. Making me read through the whole list. Let's see.
Will you, like, when we're done guessing, will you read through the whole list? I'm just curious
yeah,
what
no,
all is on that
absolutely.
list now.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, did he do his own album? Didn't he have he had an album, was it called the 80s or something like that? Or the early years or something?
Oh my goodness, what is the name of that album? Give me a sec, I gotta look it up because I know it's on this list.
I know it's a picture of him like with like a long droopy cross earring.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I know it. I know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. Can anybody name it?
I can see the album cover, but I couldn't
Yeah,
tell you
I
what
don't
the
know.
name is.
Fairly recent album. It's at 2017. Can you tell you guys the name of that one? It's
Yeah,
real,
sure.
Real Life from
Nice.
2017.
He did the Fair records too.
Yes. Can you name any of those?
I mean, is one of them just called Fair?
No.
Oh, then, I don't know.
You're right enough AJ there with the Demon Hunter self-titled.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right. Any other guesses from anybody? You ready for me to go down the list of all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me add the points on here that everybody got. AJ got 4 of them.
Nice.
See, Kevin got 1. And Nathan, you got 4 of them as well. All right. So there's a long list. I won't make you read them all there, but I will read them off for you here. Okay. Adventures in Tokyo, which would be a Calibretto 13. Anorak by Ruth. Best worst case scenario, that would have been Fair. The Biggest and the Best, and I believe that is the Slick Shoes compilation, if I remember right. Blueprints from the Black Market by Amberlin. Captiva by Falling Up. Cities by Amberlin. Which one you guess that? Cosmos by The Send. Dear Diary by FM Static, Demon Hunter self-titled, Destination B-Sides by May, Extremist by Demon Hunter, The Finest, that is a compilation. I gotta think of it here. Oh, who is that? The Finest.
Is that Dead Poetic?
Yeah, that's Dead Poetic. Yep. From Water to War, 9 Lashes, and Shallow Sea Sail by Emery, Cutlass, they're self-titled, Letters to the President by Hawk Nelson, Long Live the Rebels by Disciple, Monster by The Almost, which that would be your Almost Under Oath album. My Brain Says Stop, My Heart Says Go by FM Static, Never Take Friendship Personal by Amberlin, New Medicines by Dead Poetic, North Pole Project by Number One Gun, Old by Starflyer. Which one of you guys guessed that? I gotta get a drink of water here. Outlive by Demon Hunter, Phenomenon by 1,000 Foot Crutch, Photographs and Tidal Waves by, is that Holland, I believe? Guess sounds right. Poking at You, MXPX, Promises for the Imperfect by Number One Gun, The Question by Emery, Scripted by Icon for Hire, Sea of Faces by Cutlass, Secondhand Dreaming by Ruth, Secret Weapon by MXPX, Smile, It's the End of the World by Hawk Nelson, Songs to Burn Your Bridges by Project 86, Southern Weather by The Almost, Storm the Gates of Hell, Summer of Darkness, both of those albums by Demon Hunter, 10 Years and Running by MXPX, The Triptych, which somebody got that one there. I think that was you, Kevin, from Demon Hunter. True Defiance by Demon Hunter, Vessels by Ivory Line. That was the other one I was looking for there. Vices, that's Dead Poetic. Is that correct? Sound right? I think so. Welcome to the Masquerade by 1,000 Foot Crutch, World is a Thorn by Demon Hunter, World Review by 9 Lashes, Waiting Room, which was not on this list, but I think Nathan, you said it. I gave you the point because I knew he did that when it wasn't on the list. And You Are My Sunshine by Copeland. So, very long list, and it expands beyond Tooth and Nail, but those were just the Tooth and Nail and Solid State ones. Which he did a lot of Demon Hunter albums, which I was kind of surprised by for a guy that does mostly, pop and punk stuff. So,
well, like Kevin said, Jesse played drums for them for a time. So
Yep.
I guess that's the connection.
Yeah, he played drums, I think 2 or 3 albums. No, 2 albums, because I think Triptych was
a
the
couple
first
of
one.
them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesse also played with Dead Poetic for a while. So that would be the connection there. The Sprinkle Brothers were all over Tooth and Nail. But that is the final question. Final very big question. So let me close this out here. You guys did good. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here.